In my past, I'm going to talk about the case of Storm Financial Company directors breached duty of care, skill and diligence. Firstly, the Storm was an Australian financial company that provided a range of financial services, including investment, house lending, and margin lending. The business was founded in 2094 by the director of Storm, Emmanuel and Julia Casimatis. When Storm was liquidated, approximately 3,000 investors were left with losses approximately $1,000. The proceeding against directors of Storm and ASIC launched an inquiry into the collapse of Storm in December 2008. Net in the resulted in the largest drop in global economic activities. The value of shares and property fell dramatically. The consequence of the global financial crisis for the heavily geared Storm clients was that as the value of the asset against which their margin lending loan fell, resulting in the financial institutions requesting payment of parts of client loan when Storm was unable to pay. Storm was placed into liquidation in February 2009. In 2008, ASIC investigating and brings civil legal proceedings against the director of Storm and also seek compensation for Storm investors. The proceeding against director of Storm breaches their duty under Corporation Act 2001 in Section 181 by breach its responsibility to provide efficient, honest, and fair financial services, and provide that is tailored to an individual's circumstances. Provide false and misleading information in the statement of advice issued of Storm client, and provide negligent financial advice to the client, and to breach its contractual duties to exercise reasonable care and skill in providing financial advice to its clients. Furthermore, the responsibilities to giving Storm clients appropriate financial advice, Emmanuel and Julia Casimatis were failed to director duty advisory includes advising clients at the value of their assets fell into invest more, not informing clients of their financial situations, in particular when they had reached their margin loan call point, advising clients to remortgage their home or to borrow against their superannuation, to take out margin loans, borrowing against your house and then borrowing to buy shares is known as double gearing. In the event of margin call, clients had reduced their capacity to pay a margin call. The directors of Storm may be breached duty of care, skill and diligence under Section 181 and the Business Judgment Rules, Section 182 under the Corporation Act. For example, of director of Storm breached duty of care under Section 181, Storm failed advising to individual client needs. They adopted a one-size-suit-all approach, advising clients such as pensioners with a limited income stream to take out margin loans to remortgage their home and superannuation, not keep clients informed of the state of their portfolios, or example of a failure of the Storm director duty of care, skill and diligence. In Storm of Business Judgment Rules, Section 182, the directors leading up to the collapse of Storm were clearly not in the interest of their clients. One issue is whether the director of Storm encouraged their clients to borrow more to generate income from fees of Storm, a company in which they had a personal interest. If it can be established that it was the former, then the director of Storm have clearly breached this section of the Corporation Act. The possible consequences of director breach their duty. The ASIC have decided to bring civil penalties proceedings against the director of Storm. If found guilty, penalties include fine up to $200,000 under Section 1217G, compensation to affected clients under Section 1317H, and disqualification from managing corporation under Section 206C. If In the course of this proceeding, it is established that the directors of Storm acted dishonestly. The option then is open for criminal penalties that include a maximum penalty of a fine of 200,000 or 5-year imprisonment, or combination of both under Section 588G3. Finally, it can be said that company officers are required to meet the duty of care, skill, and diligence. These duties are defined by statute law and common law. These acts include the Section 181 Duty of Care, Skill, and Diligence and Section 182 Business Judgment Rule. The breach of director's duty can attract pecuniary penalties, imprisonment. The ASIC is responsible for regulating companies and enforces the law to protect consumers, investors, and creditors. The recent collapse of Storm Financial Limited is a good example of the way ASIC investigates. The director has breached duty of care, skill, and diligence as stated in the law.
You record law?